We have started the second part of this video. We are now going to try to find Wheeny Gap Falls. So if you've reached Lagoon Creek and you're sitting on this big boulder, you now have to turn around and start heading down the creek on the right hand side. Keep the creek on your left. You will have to navigate big boulders. And what we're looking for down here is a big log that we either have to climb or crawl under. Once that's the case, we have to find the safest spot for a creek crossing, go into the bush, and we come across Wheeny Gap Falls. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of the video. From all reports, this one's meant to be a little bit more breathtaking than Lagoon Creek. We'll wait and see. There's no markers, Jules, at all. So you'll just have to follow the path and look for a big log. Oh, look how beautiful it is here. We've got the undercliff, darling. We're coming to a big flat rock surface over here. So just hug the creek and keep the rock face to your right, and you can't miss it. Definitely makes it worthwhile coming down, hitting 2 waterfalls. I would even come for that one. Where's the big log? Oh, that log there. See the log? So they're talking about this log here. I gather once upon a time you couldn't walk up here. So that's the one I try. Here you go, Jules. Maybe here. I think we'll rock hop across all these and see how we go. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's slippery. That's deep. I should really turn this camera off and take the thongs off. I don't think we're going to be able to cross either. Was it easier down there? It is that little bit down there. Huh? Up that way? No, I think we'll walk down there. That looks a lot easier down there. If you come over this log or around it, forget crossing here. The creek is too wide. Down here is a lot thinner, even though the rapids might seem a little bit harder. But I think this is the place to cross. You're going to have to take your shoes off, I think. All right, that's the place, Jilsy. Straight down through here. You got to put your feet in the water. Yeah, get on that other side of the tree there and grab your, get your footing in the water and put your hand on those rocks. Once you get to this point, I'll boost you up. Find your first footing in the water. Grab the rocks, put your hand on that on rocks. Yeah, this is going to be a hard part. It's going to try to push you down. So get a good grip there somewhere. Give me your shoes. Give me your shoes. Hang on.
My hand.
Oh, hang on. You got it? All right, babe. And here we're okay. And that's it. It says to cross the other side of the creek. Yeah, but I would put them on because you've got a rock hop down here. So come and sit up here, put them back on, and that's just what you have to do, Noel. But somewhere down there, we're on the right side of the creek now. Look at the roots on that. Woo-hoo. Once we do this, Jules, it's just a matter of walking home. Virtually like in the gorge. We're in a gorge here. I'm expecting this. Oh shit. Slippery mud. I'm expecting to see John J. Rambo up there, ready to dive off, trying to escape the law. All right, somewhere down here is Wheeny Gap Falls. I've just had to do a battery swap. We've crossed the river safely. Jules has gone up ahead, and we're now heading back in to the rainforest. I shouldn't think it's too much further along, but as you can see, the path is worn through here. People have come through. My guess would be around this next corner, Julie will be sitting down somewhere admiring it, or she will be taking pictures. Oh, that's a bit spiky. I shouldn't have grabbed that plant. So just to know to get back, we've got 2 creek crossings to do in exactly the same spot. Did you step in that mud there? Thanks for warning me. Could we have walked down that other side of the creek? I don't think we could have. I think that's why they ask you to cross. So over a log and up back into the forest. Tell you what, there's a lot of rock hopping. Have decent footwear on. Still nothing, darling? It's a fair walk through the bush. I thought we'd come up onto it now. Highly impressed with your skills today, Julie. Have you been doing bushwalks without me? Because you're not normally this adept to climbing over things. You've been working out or something, I think. You're killing it today. Over logs, under logs. The problem is I can't hear any other waterfall. I've got no idea. I can hear something now. Well, that's just the creek still. Surely it's downstream. I can see a pool at the end of there. There's a big pool through there. So there must be some sort of waterfall coming off that. The aeroplane, yeah, I thought that was the waterfall pounding as we got closer. But there is a massive pool down here. And for whatever reason, look at the mist coming off it, Jules. For whatever reason, this down here is called Wheeny Gap Falls. Maybe because it's a weeny gap. A teeny weeny gap. There it is. Wow. These are so flooded, these rock pools, that you can't get anywhere close. Maybe if I cross there, I can get close to the waterfall. They are brimming with water. Yeah. So this just comes to an end, huh?
Where does the water go?
I got no idea. It just comes to a dead end. You can get right up on top of it, Jules. I think I'll leave my thongs here and do a bit of a walk. It's slippery there, so how high the cliffs are. Jules, if you come up and come straighter, you'll get a picture right on it. Can you bring those thongs with you? We'll be out of the sun down here. I think the sun's playing havoc with the camera. Oh, it keeps on going. It keeps on going around, Jules. Right, there's probably more waterfalls down there. Okay, there you go. There's the perspective. Look how far down we are. Not a hell of a lot of water coming down through the creek there, but this is overflowing. So that's coming from a different spot up there. That's where all the water's coming from. Huh? What's wrong? Yeah, I'm going to stop here. I'm not going anymore. Can you bring him to this point? We're not going any further, so. Look at that big ass rock there. Wow. You know what I'm going to try to do? Optimus Prime is going to try to get up on this rock here, work his way across, jump up on the cliff, see how hard the torrent is up there, and get on top of this rock. That's what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to get Julesy to sit here. Come and sit here beside me, doll. Come and sit here. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Come and sit down here. Have a look at that rock next to it. See the creek heads down behind you?
Ah, that's where it goes.
Yeah, goes down here. But that water's coming from somewhere else, Jules.
Yeah.
I don't know where that's from. Look at the sunlight coming through the thing up the top there. What an amazing area. We're enclosed from all sides. There's cliffs to the left of us, all around there, all around here. We are just at the base. Wow. All right, give me a second. I'm going to see how far up I can get over there. Okay, we finally managed to make it up. It's not so easy. We have got a bit of graffiti here. Boz was here. Well, Boz, I've found your inscription. And something over here. What is that? I don't know what it is. Someone's gear. Could be fresh water. That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe someone's been camping down here. It looks like a tarp. There's probably a way down this way. I'll take a picture of that, I think. Alright, let's see if we can navigate ourselves onto that big ass rock. The rapids do look rather strong over here, so I don't want to be falling down. It would probably be across there onto that tree. Can we make it up there and onto that rock? I don't quite know, but we'll give it a crack. I was just on the edge of Wheeny Gap Falls here, and I've worked my way up, and I've come across here. The torrent here is pretty strong, so I've walked along this tree and I've managed to cross safely. Up here seems to be relatively easy, and I think we're going to be able to get onto this rock. And I gather the picture that Jules is going to take from the other side, it's going to look like I'm 10 foot in the air. But if you're ever here and you can cross that creek right there and come over to this side and climb on top of this rock, I would say it'd be an awesome picture opportunity. You can see a couple of steps here. It's a nice dry grippy rock. This bit's a little bit precarious. Now that's a view. Wow. That, my friends, is worthwhile. Let's just pan around. Look at all these rocks. I would say they've come from up there. Got a little secondary waterfall over here. And what a beautiful rock pool. If this wasn't so far to get to, I'm sure a lot of people will be down here picnicking, but it is a great distance from the top of that track, the North Wheeny Gap Trail. Before we start heading back, I'm just going to go down to this little rock shelf down here, and I'm going to be sitting right next to Wheeny Gap Falls while we're here now. Listen to that roar. What a beautiful, beautiful area. See if I can make it over there and get front on to the waterfall. Don't want to push our luck too much. It looks a bit I had to put that in my mouth for a second. I'm wondering if I can get back around this way. I might be able to. Maybe it's too hard to cross. Jules is ready to make her way back. Jules, can I get across there or not? I think it's too swollen over there. I don't think I'll get across. Alright, Jules is going to be waiting for me back over that way. Alright, I'm going to sign off from Wheeny Gap Falls. I'll turn the camera back on once we reach Lagoon Creek, just to tell you guys that we made it safely back to there. Okay, we're back to Lagoon Creek Falls, made it back safely. Jules is just sitting down here. I'm going to try to make it on this waterfall for one last snap, and that's it, we're out of here. We've got a long journey home, so these are the last of the pictures and then we're out. Wish me luck. Alright, managed to make it back up onto the falls. Now I've just got to determine if it's safe. I did try to cross there, but if you can notice how much green moss there is, if that's the same down here, then I'm not even going to attempt it. Doesn't look too bad there. Alright, success. I managed to get pretty much smack bang in the middle of the waterfall. You can see Jules down there, she's going to make a climb back up. Just got to be careful. And that's it, we're out of here. We have taken some pics today and explored two of the most beautiful waterfalls I've ever been to. Wheeny Gap Waterfall and Lagoon Creek. Lagoon Creek waterfall with pool. Majestic. See Jules straight through the bush there. I'm going to show her where to cross safely. We've got a couple of other hikers turning up. A huge rock collapse. Actually, I crossed up here, didn't I? Even though my thongs are down there, this is where I crossed right here. I've just got to wait Jules to appear through the bush there. I'll help her safely across. And that's it, boys and girls. Oh, actually, we might have to do another river crossing if we come up this way. No, we might be okay. All right, I'll help her across here. I've got a funny story to tell. As I was filming this couple that were walking down, they came across Julie walking up, and they actually said to her they got a shock that there's people down here. They're locals and they've never ever seen anyone down here, which warms the cockles of my heart. My job is done. the research I'd done to get down to this place has shocked the locals. So we have conquered Lagoon Creek Falls and Wheeny Gap Falls. Maybe they're not going to be too happy, because when this video hits YouTube, it's going to give a guide to people coming down here. So these locals might see more people in the future. The journey home. We've just got to hope for no rock slips. And just remember how steep it was coming down. We've got to navigate that back up to the trail. I am not going to turn the camera back on until we reach the North Wheeny Gap Trail now. I'm just going to concentrate, breathe in, breathe out, and until we make it safely on that fire trail. So from down here at Lagoon Creek Falls, we'll see you soon. I'm not going to lie, guys, that walk up is a killer. Me and Jules were just discussing which was harder, Beauchamp Falls and up the horse track, or this one here. Jules still reckons Beauchamp, but no way, I reckon this one was far harder. I've done a few grade 6 walks, which is very hard. Honestly, it's got to be 8 or a 9. I don't know if it's got anything to do with our age, but wow, going down is easy enough, coming up is straight up. And just be mindful, we don't even have the car at the top of the turning circle here. We've got another 6 kilometre walk out, but I don't really care. It's flat fire trail, but we have just been walking straight up. Oh God, that was a killer. So proud of Jules, unbelievable. I've taken this girl to some places and she never complains. No, you don't. You might say the odd word that anyone would say, but you never complain. If you did, you'd stop coming with me. You know, you come to all these places, I put these walks together. I told you it was 17 kilometres tomorrow, you weren't happy, but you did it. Yesterday, I think. Sorry, I'm mixing my words up. We're here. Have a look, those locals down there, did they drive down with a car or did they do the 6 kilometre track? There's the rock teepee, guys. That's where you turn right. Just be mindful when you start heading back up the track. It is a little bit tricky, so make sure you look at your surrounds. There is a lot of rocks placed on rocks, so people have been very thoughtful for walkers like Julie and myself. And it still brings joy to me hearing that those people spoke to Julie and said they got quite a shock because they've never seen people down there before. We can say, Julie, that we did probably more than 17 k's from the amount of walking we did down there, trying to get up on top of cliffs and that. We'll just walk up to the turning circle here, which is about 100 meters. We'll just see if a car is parked here, and then there'll be a sayonara from Julie's car to let you guys know that we haven't dropped dead. Ooh. God. The problem is it's summertime and the sun is beaming. Can you see any car up there, Julie? Not yet. I'll wait till we get up the hill a little bit more. So even the locals have thought it was too far to walk in and they've driven all the way in. So they got their little car through. Nice little new car. So they went through all the mud and the rocks. So is it like a little four-wheel drive or not? That's what? Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's dirty. That's interesting, isn't it? Well, that just goes to show you how much walking we've done today. This local couple felt it that they needed to drive down here and walk down instead of just walking down the trail and back. Okay, 6 kilometers to go. We'll see you soon. About a kilometre in on this fire trail, so 5 to go. And I thought I'd show you guys the hat and sunnies I'm wearing today on this mammoth 17, 18, 19 kilometre explore. The hat is the symbol of the Optimus Prime YouTube channel, the Autobots. We have an Optimus Prime there. And the sunglasses, they have to be my favourites. They are the Wiley X Air Rages. I bought these in 2012, and I've mentioned before, I've seen these on an episode of Cajun Porn Stars, their gun expert. Had these on, and I thought, wow, what brilliant looking blue flash lenses. Polarized. Picked them up for about $130 back then. I think they're about $180 these days. They still sell them, but they are fantastic. My tactical glasses. And of course, we can't forget the Dreamtimes. The saltwater Dreamtimes 1 and 2. How fantastic these have been on this walk through all these rocks. Look at that. You can still see the original tread pattern from when I bought them. Virtually brand new. Boomerangs, guys. If you're looking for thongs that last, get on the Facebook site, find the boomerangs. If you're looking for these Aboriginal design ones, just have a look for the saltwater Dreamtimes. Look how far Julie is. She never waits for me. Alright, I'm going to turn it off here, and I will switch it on when Julie has her arms in the air back at the vehicle. Guys, that walk back was yuck, yuck, yuck. Every time we thought we were nearly there, we weren't. That is just horrendous. Jules is already in the car and she started it. I think she's looking for aircon. Oh, I am so thirsty. Wow. Would I recommend you parking up here and doing the 17 kilometre plus walk? No. Would I recommend you doing it in summertime? No. Drive down to the end and it's hard enough doing it that way. Oh God. This is an effort, but we won't be doing any 17 kilometre walks again. I'm just going to find out from Julie how many steps we did. Julie, how many steps did we do? 22,000 steps. 22,000 steps. I don't know if that's a lot, but it feels like a lot. Just look at your watch. No, it doesn't say it. Alright, that's it guys. Sayonara from up here at Bilpin. Until we see one another again on the next adventure or explore. Adios.